What is going on, gentlemen? I think it's time to talk about the SIG CV25 yet again. This will be a follow-up video to my original video. The first one, I did not have a lot of good things to say about it. This is my third unit, okay? This is my third unit of the SIG CV25. The first two they sent me had so many problems that I had to send them back. I have obviously a full video on this, okay? But the first unit, the thermal processor did not work at all. On the second unit, the button for the left was broken, and so it was bricked essentially. And then this third one now is functioning perfectly. I've had no issues with it. I've shot it, I've filmed with it, I've used it day to day. I just want to try to test this out a lot more before I would put this video out again. And so here we are. So I want to do a real follow-up, an actual deep dive on this, and put in a lot of videos of us shooting it. Just a disclaimer, I did not speak to anyone at SIG about the video that I released before, the one where I called this trash. This video is a follow-up. I'm going to keep the original video online for a couple reasons. Probably the biggest one is, this is not a longevity test. I don't know how long this thing is going to last. If it does in fact fail, like the first two units I received did, then I would be glad to keep that video up because I feel like I warned people. If I remove it now, I feel like I'm giving SIG too fast of a pass to say, well, this third one works fine, and I've shot it at a couple range sessions, so it must be okay. I'm just saying, if the first two fail, that is the only thing that gives me some hesitation. So this guy now, I'm leaving that first video up, and I'm going to keep this one up as well. I do think that this product is much, much better than the first two. Obviously, at least it functions. I do think this product in general is pretty good. Okay, I just want to save you some time, just get right out front and tell you, I think if this unit holds, if it stays the way it is, and doesn't break like the other two, I think this unit is the best bang for the buck out there. I've seen a number of videos now, a number of reviews. Since I put mine out, I actually think I legitimately was like the first, which is crazy. But there's some other guy out there now who's a lot bigger than I am who put a full review out there, and he had nothing but good things to say about it. I think the only issue with that is, and like, yes, okay, that one worked really well, but if they're going to send out two that didn't function and this third one works, that is going to put me a little more hesitant than that guy who had nothing but positive things to say about it. Let's start with this. This is obviously the package it comes in. It gives you a really nice case where in the top part you have your cords and your batteries, and then this guy gets stored there in the bottom. So this is actually how I take it to the range, is in one of these, and I throw it in like a Pelican. So that's pretty nice. The unit itself is super, super heavy. So it's got that bikini style cap, which a lot of these units do now too. But this thing is all metal, man. I mean, it is very, very heavy. The only downside to this unit, I would say so far, is the weight. It's a little bit bigger than the RH25 from iRay, and definitely heavier than the RH25. But in theory, being heavy and robust like this should be able to take a beating. I'm not saying that the RH25 can't, but I've seen videos of guys shooting this on like, 300 Win Mag or something, and the recoil is doing just fine. I've shot this unit on a 5.56, I've shot it on a 308, I've shot it on a 6.5 Creedmoor, and every one of those I haven't had any issues with recoil, turning the device off, or even changing field of view, distortions, losing zero, none of that. It's been completely fine, which actually ties into one of the things I really wanted to talk about, and something I feel like I didn't have the experience on when I first made my original video, which is actually shooting it. This one, basically because I wasn't able to, because I had to send those two back, I was never able to get it on a gun. But this one, now that I've been using it for a while, it's perfect, guys. I can't tell you how easy the collimation is, but to be honest with you, I haven't had to do it. I've messed with it just to see what I can do with it. So collimation is basically where the image gets lined up with your optic to make sure the point of impact, point of aim is exactly what you want. I haven't had to mess with it at all, and I've taken shots out to 500 yards. I put this on a 6.5 Creedmoor, shot 500 yards, and I had no issues hitting the target. That is crazy. Obviously, when I throw it on a 5.56 on a 1:6, my LPVO, it didn't have any issues. When I put it on the 308 with the 1:10, it didn't have any issues. And then I put it in front of a 5-25 Strike Eagle, and it didn't have any issues. And that's with no collimation at all. So the fact that that was able to do it is crazy. On top of that, this rear glass, look at that. It's absolutely enormous. When you zoom into that on a 1:6, and I'll show you videos, but the 1:6, you still get the edges zoomed out on one, and then when you hit about 2 times, it fills your entire field of view. What this means also is that the 5-25 although it starts at 5 times, like basically just do not zoom in, it is actually still usable. Because if you're shooting a 5 to 25, you're not shooting close. A 5 to 25 is like, what, 200, 300 yards? So having a 5 times base zoom on the CV25 actually still works. Again, this isn't going to be a crazy in-depth review or anything. I just wanted to get this out here. I wanted to do a follow-up because a lot of you have been asking, is there going to be another follow-up on this guy? And the answer is, I think now, safely, I can say this is a good product. I don't know how it's going to hold up in the long term, but remember, this has a lifetime warranty from SIG. And if it's true that I'm the only one that's returned these, I've done it twice, and it worked fine twice. They overnighted them to me. They were very courteous about it. They understood it was obviously a problem, okay? But getting this done and sending it in, and then them sending me another one twice, really does bode well for them that they're going to take care of their customers. If there is an issue, which I don't want there to be, I can pretty much promise you SIG has your back. That's a big deal for me, especially for the price. I mean, you could go ahead and buy an iRay, because that is probably this thing's best competitor. But the problem with that is if it breaks, if something happens to it, you are done. If you're outside the warranty period and that's it, you are paying that out of pocket. With this guy, you have the rest of your life. That is pretty crazy. I don't think there's anything else on the market for a thermal clip-on that has that kind of a warranty. It just simply doesn't exist. At this point, if you're considering getting the CV25 from SIG, I think you're going to be making a good decision. This thing is backed by the warranty and it shoots great.
All right, so we got the thermal mounted in front of a 1:6 LPVO. We're just trying this in the dark. Done shooting with the boys today. They're all sitting around the fire pit. So I just wanted to get a couple shots out while it's actually dark. But we've all shot it, and it seems to work. I mean, it's actually holding zero. It definitely works. I mean, for sure. And we've been cycling through all the different settings too, all the different filters, and it works fine. So let's try. The video for this guy, because I'm going to show video of this, it doesn't show if I zoom in or not, obviously, because it's just filling out of the thermal, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. I can't ask for more. It's heavy, but it's perfect.
Yeah. Wait, I want to cycle. Hang on, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot.
Oh, it is. I got him. I'm switching the gun. Just too close.
Yeah, the thermal says it's hot.
It worked. They did it. It worked.
They did it! Yo. Seen that meme about my dumbass looking at the sky on watch? Home security. It's me with thermals.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate your guys' comments. I try to respond to every one of them. Please like and subscribe. I am a newer YouTube channel and obviously trying to get through that algorithm, and this is the only way to do it. So I appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Keep training.